You walk into a bank and ask for a loan. The bank looks at you, nods, checks a few things, then opens up a computer, types a few numbers, and suddenly, $300,000 appears in your account. Just like that. No one gave up their savings. No gold changed hands. No vaults were opened. That money didn't exist 5 seconds ago. But now it's real. You can buy a house with it. What kind of system allows money to be created out of thin air like that? This isn't science fiction. This is your economy. Most people think money is something solid, a thing, a commodity, a real object you trade for work or time or value. But the truth is, money is mostly an illusion. And the more you understand how it works, the more you realize we've all been playing a game, a rigged one. So let's peel it back, slowly, carefully, because once you see how money is actually made, you'll never see the world the same way again. What is money? If you had to explain it to a child, what would you say? Is it paper? Coins? Digital numbers in your bank app? No. Those are just forms. Symbols. Money is trust. It's the belief that if I give you this little green rectangle, I can walk away with milk or gas or a home. And what backs that belief? Not gold. Not the government. Just everyone agreeing to keep pretending. Money is a shared illusion, a story, and for most of human history, we believe it had to be backed by something. Gold, silver, land. But that ended in 1971. When President Nixon closed the gold window, the dollar became pure fiat. Fiat, Latin for let it be done. As in, let this piece of paper be worth something because we say so. Now here's where it gets weird. You probably think money is printed by governments. You imagine printing presses rolling out bills. But the truth is, over 90% of the money in the world wasn't printed. It was loaned into existence. When you take a mortgage, the bank doesn't move money from some vault into your account. It creates it, literally, just by typing numbers into your account balance. The Bank of England, not a conspiracy blog, but an actual central bank, stated clearly, banks create money when they make loans. This is called fractional reserve banking. For every $1 a bank actually has in deposits, it's allowed to create $10, $50, even $100 in loans, depending on the country. So when you borrow, money is born. And when you repay the loan, that money disappears. Money isn't real. It's credit. And the economy is a swirling ocean of promises. But here's the trap. That loan comes with interest. So if a bank lends out $1 million it expects, let's say, $1.2 million back. But the bank only created the $1 million. So where does the extra $200,000 come from? It has to be created by someone else's loan. That's the loop. More loans must be made, so the interest on previous loans can be paid. Debt creates money, but that debt needs more money, which needs more debt, and the cycle spins. If we all stopped borrowing tomorrow, the system would collapse. Money only exists as long as we keep running. Now let's talk inflation. We're told prices rise naturally, but here's what inflation really means. More money is being created than real goods are being produced. So the value of each dollar shrinks. It's not your groceries that got more expensive. It's your money that got weaker. And guess who gets the new money first? The banks, the corporations, the stock market. It's called the Cantillon effect, where those closest to the money printer benefit first. And those farthest away, the average worker, feel the pain. It's a silent tax, a way of taking from you without asking. This is not just personal. Nations are in on it too. Governments borrow endlessly from central banks, who just create the funds. Wars, bailouts, stimulus, all paid for with money that didn't exist last week. And we, the people, pay for it through inflation, taxes, and shrinking wages. Our debt-based system demands growth, not because growth is good, but because without it, the whole illusion shatters. It's a shark. If it stops moving, it dies. Here's the hardest part to swallow. None of this is taught in schools. You spend 12 years learning about triangles and mitochondria, but no one tells you how money is made. No one tells you how banks operate, or how inflation silently transfers your wealth, or how working harder won't help if the game itself is rigged. Why? Because a well-informed population is harder to control. So instead, you're handed a story. Go to school. Get a job. Take on debt. Buy things you can't afford. Work until you die. And be grateful for it. So what do? Rage? Burn it down? No. We understand it. Because knowledge, real, uncomfortable, liberating knowledge, is power. When you understand how money is made, you stop being a pawn. You start saving differently, investing differently, working differently. You stop chasing cash and start building value. You stop trusting the system blindly and start playing the game with your eyes open. So the next time you hear someone say, "Why can't the government just print more money?" Or, "Why is everything getting so expensive?" Or, "Why does it feel like I'm working harder but getting nowhere?" You'll know the answer. Because now you've seen the machine. You've heard the hum behind the curtain. You know that money, the thing we kill ourselves chasing, isn't even real. It's an illusion, one held together by silence. And the moment we talk about it, really talk about it, the spell begins to break. If this opened your eyes, even just a little, share it. Not because the algorithm demands it, but because the truth deserves oxygen. Like, subscribe, and stay close. This is The Bag, and we're just getting started.